A person is walking at 2 meters per second. How long would it take to walk 1 kilometer? This is another unit conversion type of question, but also a relationship between units and its velocity in particular in this question. The good news is once we get familiar with how to set them up and do problems, practice doing problems, they will get easier, and we'll be able to recognize the structure more quickly, which will help on homework. It'll help in tests, and these concepts actually are useful out in the world, in my opinion. So it's good to do practice and understand how, like, the setup. The setup's really the key. All right. It's about velocity, this question. So velocity equals distance over time. And usually in the problems, they will give you two of these pieces of information, and then we will need to solve for the third. So we're walking at 2 meters per second. That's velocity. How long would it take? It's time, which is what they're asking for. How long would it take to walk 1 kilometer? That's distance. And at this point, I will just plug these right into our equation. So we have 2 meters per second equals distance 1 kilometer over time unit. Sorry, instead of write that, I'm going to write seconds. And at this, from here, we want to solve for seconds this time. I will get seconds by itself. So we have, I don't know, using this like cross multiplication concept from algebra. So the seconds goes over here, equals 1 kilometer over 2 meters per second. From here, I'll rewrite it a little bit. Kilometer per 2 meters. And then the seconds is in the denominator in this denominator. So it can go up here. Now we're looking for time. So we need these distance units to go away. We can't cancel them yet because kilometers and meters are not the same thing. But if we do our like unit conversion steps, we can get them to go away. So we want meters on top and bottom so they cancel, and then kilometers on top and bottom so they cancel. Sorry about that. Meters on top and bottom so they cancel, kilometers on top and bottom so they cancel. Now we just write in the equivalent, the fact, meters and kilometers. So 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Now we can kilometer cancel, meter cancel. Now we're left with just numbers and the one unit that we want to solve for. So 1,000 divided by 2, 500. We're left with seconds.